right? This is for you out there in the internet world. I'm Chris, and from Montreal, and I producer at Resurgence Studios.
Cool. So, what's your role on Paranormal Knights?
Well, technically I'm the founder of the show. Like, you know, came up with the idea, creator, I guess, more. And, you know, during the show, I'm very much a host and kind of a researcher in the historical section. Off to a good start. Here we go. During the show, I'm more like a host. You know, there are sections of the show where there's a lot of history that needs to be brought up on a certain location. I'm there to obviously dig up that information, inform the viewer about everything that's happening, and then when we go into the paranormal side, I'm kind of a guide, you know what I mean? Like, the paranormal investigation's happening, but I'm there to keep people in the loop of what's going on, you know? Like, this is the equipment they're going to be using, and, you know, this is what it does, and that kind of a thing.
Alright. What draws you to the world of the paranormal?
Very interesting question. And in all reality, there was a stage not that long ago where I didn't even really believe in ghosts that much. This show came up and we started talking about the idea and working on it, and well, Ryan and I, we went to the graveyard just to do some sound tests and stuff like that, and we heard some stuff that really freaked us out. That really made us believe, oh my god, like, there's really something to this.
Okay, so playing on that answer, what was your scariest experience with the paranormal?
Okay, so where my grandmother lives in Shannon, Quebec, she used to have an old farm called the Range. It was the 5th Range, I think it was. And the Range was down like along the side of this mountain, right? And they were up near the top. Now, the 1st Range was down at the bottom of the hill. And me and my friends, we were always, you know, riding our bikes and stuff in the area, and there was this story that the 1st Range is haunted by the ghost of some kid. We thought it was a crap. I mean, we were like 12 years old. Nothing scared us when we were 12, so we biked down the hill. And we get down there, and we leave our bikes at the gate because, like in the old days, there was this old driveway with there, you know, for the tractors and stuff like that, and there was a gate. And so we leaned our bikes up against the gate. And we walk onto the land. And as we come up close to this house, it's really weird. It was like all the color was gone, right? Like everything was old. You know how barns, the wood gets all gray and stuff like that? All the trees were dead. Maybe it was because it was at the bottom of the mountain and there was no sun that gets there or something. I don't know what it was, but it was really creepy. And so we're walking up to this house, and there's a cellar. And again, back in the old days, you used to have outdoor cellars with these big doors going into the basement, right? And so, anyway, we go there, and there's a padlock on it. And as we get close, all of a sudden we hear this huge bang coming from inside the cellar. Now, nobody lives here. This is all overgrown. Nobody lives here. We freak out. We bolt. Okay, like, we just run, and we start running up this hill. We run right past our bikes and start heading up that hill. Okay, and on our way up that hill, about, you know, say 25 steps up that hill, you realize you're never going to make it up that hill. You're like, you're dying, right? Okay, we're going to go back, get our bikes, and then bike up the hill. We head back to get our bikes. There's 2 of them there, and there's 1 of them leaning up against the cellar where we heard the noise. No lie. Web exclusive for the show.
Awesome. Okay, so name your dream location.
Well, there's a place I visited as a tourist called the Tower of London, which is like the old castles, right, back in the day. And they had some really cool things there. Obviously, they had all the, you know, all the museum-style torture equipment and all this kind of stuff. But what I thought was really, really cool is that they had a section where they would tie people up. And as the tide would come in, it would be measured right up to their necks. And they'd have to hold their chin up. Otherwise, if they get too tired, they'd drown. You know, so there's a lot of sick stuff that went on back then. And this place is a tourist trap right now, right? It's just full of tourists. But I would love to have access to there, completely alone, no tourists, no guards, no guides, just go anywhere we can in this old castle. Because, I mean, you're talking about literally the entire history of Western Europe wrapped up into this one place. You know, I mean, there are buildings there that are dating back to, you know, one was 1206, the plaque for the year that this thing was built. And that's when it was built, you know what I mean? So there's so much history there, first of all, which is amazing. And the chance, I mean, if you're talking, you want a place where ghosts are going to reside, you got a place that's got thousands of years of history behind it, like, and murders and death and torture. I mean, sick stuff. But awesome, right? Or something. Anyway.
All right. So, name something about you that others might find funny.
Oh God, I suck at this stuff. Okay. All right. One of the things that I think is hilarious, and we always get a kick out of it, when I talk, and I get really, really excited, I tend to talk really fast. The more excited I get, the faster my brain goes. And then there comes a point where my brain is going too fast for my mouth. So it's like when you're running downhill, you know, and your legs are trying to keep up as your body is flying down this hill. It's the same kind of idea. And then words come out in like a giant mix of 3 or 4 words together. Like, I once wanted to say Jacques and Roxanne. So we just left shit. I was thinking Jacques and Roxanne and it came out Jacques. Roxanne. That kind of thing is going to happen all the time. It's constantly happening. So yeah, I'm sure people get a good kick out of that whenever that happens. And that's it?
Yeah.
Alright. And funny in the comedic sense, not in the you're a loser funny.
Yeah, obviously in the comedic sense.
Mm-hmm.